I'm Ketak, and I've been into long distance running for a couple of years now. So somewhere around 2021, I joined a running group, and because I had hit a plateau and somewhere I was not progressing, or maybe my timing was not improving for half distance. So I had reached half marathon till almost 2021, but to go beyond half marathon, somewhere I needed that extra push, or I needed to do something different. So I thought maybe let's join a running group, and that's how the journey started, from moving from a half marathon runner to full marathon. But it wasn't that quite easy, and somewhere 4 5 months into joining this group, somewhere I realized, okay, I need something extra that I need to do, which will help me again. So it's not just training which will help you move from a half marathon distance to a full marathon, but somewhere the nutrition aspect also plays an important role. So then the most obvious thing that you do is you either search on any web search, or you just go to Practo and just type in which are the top nutritionists, or maybe nutritionists associated with endurance sport, because somewhere they understand how, or maybe what it is to work around such clients. So Practo gave the first, I think, I don't remember now, but maybe the top 3 searches I came to know about Pradnya Padye. And then I reached out. So on reaching out to Pradnya, I was assisted by one of her assistant, and so the approach was quite humble, and that's how I thought, okay, let's explore. Maybe first I start with reducing my weight, because somewhere the weight wasn't coming down, and maybe I thought reducing the weight will help me improve my pace, and that is how my exercises will also smoothen, or the transition will be easier. So the journey began somewhere in January 2022. So first 3 months I enrolled for a weight reduction program, and 3 months down the line, it wasn't just me, but a lot of people who I was interacting or meeting, they could see the difference that I had shed around 5 to 6 kgs, and it was quite evident. The body composition had improved, and so now what? Okay, we're done with 3 months, but what next? Somewhere it was coming in my mind, I can't keep continuing throughout my life. But in the last call, Pradnya and Mridula, who I was working with, they gave a maintenance plan. How do I go about? So the maintenance plan was quite sustainable, where I could do it on my own as well, and so that maintenance plan also helped me maintain my weight somewhere. So it wasn't up to the mark, but I did not put on a lot of weight. So the maintenance plan, somewhere I continued for another 6 months till September, and somewhere close to, so I'd enrolled for of TMM full marathon for the 2023, and somewhere I realized, okay, now we are 3 months into it. So I enrolled with them again sometime around October 2022 for a sports plan, which was a different plan from a weight reduction plan, and this time the focus was more on endurance training, how it is going to align with my training for full marathon. So October till almost mid of Jan, till the time TMM starts. So I was working closely with Mridula and Pradnya, and so it was quite aligned with the training plan. So they used to understand what my training plan is going to be for maybe a week or the next fortnight, and accordingly the diet plans would be structured, and whatever queries, or maybe somewhere if it wasn't working, or maybe I was putting on weight, or maybe it wasn't going my way, so the next thing I used to do is reach out to them immediately, and then I would get a quick solution, and it's within a week those results would come in. So it wasn't that, okay, if the call had to be maybe after a week or 15 days as per the plan, so it wasn't that I had to wait for the next 1 week or 15 days to approach them. Quite helpful, very easy to reach out, turnaround time was quite easy, quite short, so everything worked in my favor, and in no time 3 months went by, and I completed my first full marathon. So quite smiles all around, and I could realize, okay, so it's not just training, but then somewhere nutrition also plays a very important aspect. So overall, what I want to say is, it's not just one aspect that you need to focus on, but the entire all in all, you need to cover all the aspects in order to ensure that you do a strong finish. So then somewhere I was training, so 1 year went by, then started doing another events, but the guidance, or maybe working with Mridula and Pradnya, and I understood how do we go about it. So it wasn't that I had to enroll with them all time for a plan, but it was more of they telling you how to go about, and it definitely helped you understand, okay, so maybe you work with them closely for maybe 6 months, you understand what their approach is, you understand more about your body, how it works, what food intake is going to help you, what works in your favor, what doesn't. So accordingly you also get a basic guidance as to how you need to approach when you're doing certain events. So close to so next year I wanted to do an ultra marathon. So again, close to the event, 3 months before the event, I again enrolled with Pradnya and Mridula, and I was training, working with them for the ultra, because this time the distance was much more than a full marathon. This time I was training for a 50-kilometer run. But somewhere around February, I got diagnosed with typhoid and I was hospitalized. So all my plans went for a toss, and the first thing that the doctor told me is that I can't do an ultra because obviously recovery won't happen in the next 10-15 days. So I had to let go of the event. But the best part was, since I was working with these guys, it helped me. These guys quickly changed my plan from a sports nutrition plan to a recovery plan, which helped me come back on track, because the first thing that I wanted to do was just have a normal life rather than focusing on what I am doing or what I like doing, that is endurance sport. So I started with the recovery plan, and somewhere I told Mridula, okay, then there is this HM, half marathon, which is coming in the month of around March end, which I am planning to do. So she was also quite shocked that she thought I won't recover in that period of time, because it was just 5 weeks after I had been discharged from the hospital, but I was quite confident that I would be able to pull it off. So we started working for the next 4-5 weeks, and somewhere I managed to complete that half marathon, and it was a pretty good timing. I finished strong as compared to what state I was in the last 6 to 7 weeks. So somewhere the recovery plan also started working in my favor, and in no time I worked with these guys again for 2 months. So a total span of 3 months focusing on my recovery, and it definitely helped me come back on track. And in no time I realized, okay, what I had been through in the month of February and what I am. So I've been associated with these guys across different plans, and everything has worked in my favor. So one thing which I want to highlight is they understand the need as to what the focus is on for the time being, and accordingly we tweak the plans what works in your favor. So changes start happening in your body composition as well, and it's not just that you start feeling a lot more confident, but then people also start praising you, okay, because changes are quite evident in a good way. You feel good about yourself when people are also appreciating. People start talking about, in a good way about how good you look or how presentable you are. So all in all, it has worked in my favor. And then, okay, even if I couldn't do my Tata Ultra Marathon in 2024, come to 2025, I started working with Pradnya again, and this time I was able to do my Tata Ultra Marathon 50 kilometers at Lonavala, and that is the biggest highlight, or maybe the biggest achievement in endurance sport which I have till now. And so one thing which helps, or maybe for which I keep coming back to these guys, is very easy to work with, approachable, and even if you are on a diet plan, people around you won't come to know, okay, you are actually following a diet, because it is quite easy. No outside supplements, it is home based food, very easy to cook, no hassle, and easy to follow. People don't come to know, so everything works in your favor. And even if you have plans, suppose if you are having some celebration, or even if you are traveling for work, or you have travel plans for vacation, they tweak it accordingly. It helps to come back on track within no time. So all in all, what I want to say is that it completely feels normal. You don't feel that you are, or maybe someone is after your life to follow strict diet. So it is very easy to follow, quite easy to maintain. And obviously, even if you feel like having one of those cheat meals, they'll work around that. They'll tell you, okay, you follow a light plan maybe prior to that cheat meal, or maybe you follow a light plan post that cheat meal. So very easy. And yeah, so one thing which is the highlight is that they are always giving you feedback as to what you should be targeting or how you should be going about. So which I feel is quite important, because since these guys have been working with multiple clients, they know how you go about, or how one person has to go from one step to another, and what is going to help in your favor, or what improvements that you need to do. So and right now also, now that I've completed Tata Ultra Marathon, I'm planning to work with these guys again. So this time it's going to be a different plan which I'm targeting. I want to work on my body composition, where I want to reduce fat or maybe improve more muscle mass. So this is what I'm targeting for the next 3 months, and looking forward to working with these guys.